Hi everyone. Whoa. I feel like there's a lot of tension in the air. Um, wow, I never done this before. So it feels kind of like weird. For me to do this like announcement. For those who do not know, I have parted ways from Virtux Virtual Entertainment. I am not in a well, it's not really a company. It's actually a business anymore. Um, and yeah, I am gonna be an indie VTuber. And for those who do not know me and you're new here, my name is Kiri Starrier. I am a Stardust Celestial. I do variety streaming, and I've been streaming for uh almost 2 years, and I'm gonna tell you my story. My side of the story from working with Virtux, under Virtux Virtual Entertainment, with Ray Flynn as my CEO. Um, so, in case those haven't seen it on Twitter, uh, it's it's quite it's, it's quite the topic of of the VTuber sphere today. Um, and not gonna lie, it's a little bit embarrassing too. For me, because I never really expected to be under this predicament. Um, and gosh, and I I feel so much for everyone that is involved in this, and been victims from Ray Flynn. And I'm gonna tell you all of that today in this stream. And hopefully, my message to all of you can spread like a wildfire so that everyone knows who he truly is. Yeah. Um. So let's get to it, everyone. Um. So in my announcement, I said, "Dear Curiosus, I'm announcing my departure from Vertex Virtual Entertainment effective as of December 12th, 2024, which is today. I joined Vertex VE to grow as a VTuber in hopes of being one of the biggest stars that shines the brightest. I am devastated that this quote unquote agency was not everything that it says it was, and I feel so used. This decision was not made lightly, but it's one I felt was necessary after experiencing repeated issues within the company. Promises were made but not fulfilled, communication was poor, and certain actions were taken by Ray Flynn were unprofessional and at times questionable. And I stayed longer than I probably should have, and I hoped for improvement, but unfortunately, that improvement never came. I felt manipulated and wasted my time waiting around for nothing. And most concerning was discovering behavior from the CEO, Ray Flynn, that I believe was dishonest and detrimental to the talents involved. And as someone who values respect, trust, and kindness, I cannot continue to align myself with a business that doesn't uphold these values. And this chapter has been a difficult one, but I am excited to move forward independently and focus on creating the best content for all of you. And I will always stay as Carrie Starrier. I have rights to my IP, so that's a good thing. The greatest thing that has come from this is the new friends that we made along the way, and I'm so grateful to the managers and the talents to be each other's support. And I'm endlessly grateful for your patience and support through this transition. Um, and I know throughout the past year, whenever I mention about this company, or like just like telling you like, oh, I have good news, it was like most likely related to this company. Um, and whew, I there is just so much that I have discovered for the past like week. I feel like every single day that has passed, I learned something new. Um, and that is also bad. That the CEO has done unto one person, and we discover new truths. And it's it's so crazy how much this man could like lie. Okay, like um it all of us were very deceived, and honestly, I think one of the things that really got us to believe is because every conversation that I always had with him, he always told me not to tell anyone else. So that's one. And also, secondly, he pulls like the sympathy card out of me. Cuz it something bad would really happen to him, and I'm like, "Oh my god, this dude is going through it." um and oh my god, I never despised someone so much in my life until like now, because not because I wasn't particularly close to Ray Flynn, but it was more of like I put my trust in a stranger that was going to provide the world. And I will go more into details into that, but I wanted to share um like how I met Ray and my what I've seen in this company. Oh, well, it's not really a company. It's actually a business because he never registered it as a company. Um, anyways, yeah. Um, Jesus, let's let's give it a ride. I'm just gonna read off of my document and go more into details of it on stream, so I can just like kind of like stick to the timeline. Otherwise, I'm gonna be jumping timeline to timeline. And yeah, okay. So initially, he reached out to me on Twitter. He was complimenting my VTuber model when I first revealed it, and he was wanting to like get to know me, and so we played like Fortnite together like once, and then we collabed like once playing Fortnite again. And I wouldn't, and that these are just basically the only interactions I really had with him. And other than that, like when it came to recruitment, like he just kind of hit me out of nowhere on Discord saying that he has something important to tell me, and I honestly, to be honest, I thought I was in trouble despite me like collabing with him once, but it's mainly because when I collabed with him, I I felt kind of like not included into the collab, even though it was just like me, him, and another VTuber. And I think like I thought like my energy like was like really off, that like my viewers kind of noticed it too. So I thought maybe he kind of got the gist of that, and that's maybe he wants to talk to me about it. But no, it was actually him wanting to recruit me and into his like agency, quote unquote agency. Um, and I I really thought about it because, like for me, my goals as a VTuber, I wanted to like, be in one of the biggest companies like Hololive or VSHOJO. And at that time, like it was like Ninja Sanji, but we didn't know like about those controversies at that time. It was just like way before like Ninja Sanji like fell down. But it was just like I wanted to like join like a company that was gonna stay for a long time and for me to succeed. And honestly, I was kind of on the fence about it until he showed me who was going to join, and what his plans were with the company the upcoming year. And I I saw like a lot of promise. I was like, "Oh my gosh, these talents are like really promising." And not even just that, like how do I say it? Oh god. Like the plans that he have promised that we were like the company was gonna attend Anime Expo, and um and promoting us there. He's gonna fly us out to Anime Expo, pay for our tickets, our hotels, and like we're gonna be there. And I was just like, oh my god, like pop off, like we're gonna pop off because like he promised that. He was like, oh yeah, we did like the analytics, yeah, we're like the company is gonna like blow up, like like being like big popular. And I'm like, oh wow, like he's like really confident about this. And not just that, like he really saw potential in me because he said that I was a hidden gem, and I was a really entertaining VTuber that has a lot of potential, a lot of promise, and he sees that and wants to make that to the full potential that it is. And I was like so excited. And at that time, like um I wasn't on like super good terms with my like brother because I couldn't do school because I developed like really bad anxiety, and I needed like a mental break from that. And not only that, like it was really hard to find a job. And this was like around in like last year, um in November, December. And I wanted to reassure my brother that, hey, this I joined a streaming company. Like, it's not gonna be my main thing, but it's something on the side that I'm gonna earn. So I just want to reassure you that, like, I'm gonna find a job, but it's like it's gonna get better because, like, this company is gonna really take me to places. And because I said that, it triggered my brother to kick me out, and I was homeless for like a couple weeks. But I still held on to the hope of like, it's fine, because like I can get back up, and like this company's gonna pop off. And like he the way he pitched it was so promising to me and so confident. Like it doesn't sound like it didn't sound sketchy at all. Like it was like well put, and at the time felt genuine to me. And so I went along with it. um I went along with it. But anyways, I signed with Virtux in December. And moving on from there, around July was when he announced, or kind of like on the side, he told me not to tell anyone, that our company got partnered with VSHOJO. And he shows me like a picture of VSHOJO collabing with Virtux and in this graphic design. And he just needs to get Gunrun's like permission to post it, but like Gunrun isn't responding. And so like every week he would tell me and the talents like yeah, like just keep pushing it. So we kind of had to like wait, and now I'm just like thinking like, oh my god, like they're so busy. I'm like thinking, wow, like when is it gonna come out though? And here I am thinking that like my life has changed because when he told us about the V Shoujo, I remember calling Corey. I was like, oh, and I was calling Blair. I was like, oh my god, like our lives are gonna change. Like we're gonna pop off. Like this is such a big opportunity because like this is like we're gonna be working with corpos. He told us we're gonna be collabing with like VSHOJO. Like he got the connections. Gunrun, he always remembers Gunrun. Gun. And so I was the moment I found out that this was all fake, you know, and he told him more than anyone, like outside the company, and that we don't have this signed, there was no contract, there was no signing, and he admitted it to the managers. I was heartbroken. I tears are coming out. I was really heartbroken about that because, whoo, I already like saw the future when he told me that. I was like, oh, like I can finally prove myself, like that, like prove to my brother that like this is my passion and I'm good at it. And okay, hold up. Oh, okay, hold up. Okay, so and then I was gonna tell, like, because I never told my family about me being a VTuber. So, like, when I knew I was successful enough and got, like, pretty decent pay out of it, I was gonna reveal to them that, like, hey, I'm fine. I'm okay now. Like, I, I got a job that I love and I'm happy with it. Because I always, like, struggled with finding something in my career. Like, I just been unemployed for the longest time, and it's so hard for me to find a job. So I just thought, like, oh, this is like, well, it sounds silly, but like my dreams are coming true. So, oh god. Anyways, okay. And honestly, I don't think it really hit me. It didn't really hit me. Like, I cried like like a minute when I finally processed everything after a couple of days. But I think, like, just talking about it, like, right now, like, just like the tears are coming out. But anyway, yeah, like ho- a lot of my like hopes were into that. I was like really fully invested into it, and I put my whole faith into that man. Then I don't even want to call him a man. Into that, like, dude. um. Anyway, like, throughout the whole experience into this company, like, my communication with him has been nothing but, like, almost dead. Every time I needed, like, to talk to him, like, I'd be ghosted. And when it came to my, like, company debut, like, he, like, always, like, pushed it, like, postponed it, like, oh, like, next week, your debut is gonna be next week. And then, like, when, like, I could have done so much more, and I always, like, freed up my weekends for that. And then eventually, like, because there was so much postponing, because, like, it was, like, month after month or week after week, um eventually I just, like, gave up announcing to people, because I would be telling my community, like, hey, save the date on this date, and I can't tell you because the company doesn't want me to tell you. But but yeah, um anyways, yeah, they're like, you can't tell it to anyone, just keep it a secret, we'll announce it. Um so, uh eventually I just, like, told my community, when it happens, because, like, why the hell did the CEO tell me that it's gonna happen for sure this weekend? And then when the time came, that he didn't even he didn't even tell me, like, even, like, the day, like 2 days before, the day before, that it was, like, postponed, and I'm just like, oh, I guess it could happen on a Saturday. I guess it could happen on a Monday. Yeah, I don't know. um, and I was like so anxious and so like stressed out because I'm like, I need to have this like call with this dude because like I'm not even sure that like I have everything set up for a company debut, you know, and I just and I was promised I was promised so many things, but I was promised a logo and you know most of my setup is like pretty well. I guess I'm just like missing like transitions or scenes or a logo, and I was just telling him like because like he's like you know he emphasized like, oh, we need to give you something new um when you debut. And I said, well, I do need a logo. And he's like, yeah, sure. And he recommended an artist that I don't even remember because he said it in the call. He just sent me lots of links of other logo artists. And he was like, yeah. Like, I got you. I'll cover, or I'll cover you or something like that. And, every time, like, the debut came, like, and I asked about like the logo artist, he's like, "Oh, actually, the logo artist like ghosted us. Yeah, they ghosted us. So we will never know when they're gonna give us the logo. So yeah." And I'm just like, "Oh, damn." And the thing is, I believed him too. I believed this dude. I was like, "Oh shit," you know, like wow. Is this like pretty common in the VTuber community that like artists and riggers just like kind of ghost out of nowhere? Like, oh my god. And um and honestly, like I got nothing new on my debut. Nothing new was provided, you know. I instead what I did, I just focused on my own and just did my own video edits, my own video shorts, and just kind of like you know went from there. It just went from there. Um, and I never asked about the logo thing ever again because you know it didn't come out of like I didn't pay for it. He did, or supposedly he did. So I didn't know how he was gonna handle it, but you know, like I didn't want to like stress him out too much by, you know, by saying where my logo, where my logo, where my logo, where is it? Give me my logo. You know, I don't want to be that person. I was just like, man, that dude is going through it. I feel bad. um. Anyways, oh, thank you, Neko Miki, for what it's worth. I think you did a great job yourself. It looked smooth and was amusing as heck. Thank you. But yeah. Anyways, one of the things that I also learned recently was that like the CEO Ray Flynn has not paid all of the watch alongs like 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 fully. He has paid a couple of them, but not all of them. Um, and for what I know, um, like Nickel Mickey has been paid, thank God. But also, I just know there for sure is a few that has not been paid. Um, and my heart really goes out to the artist, the sponsorships, um, the riggers that have not been paid from Ray, and it makes me feel embarrassed because um, the rigger that we were gonna be working with is my V sibling, and um, luckily she hasn't worked on it yet. But it was gonna be around next year, the beginning of next year, and um, and I could not imagine those bridges burning down when one day she would have to message me, "Hey, um, your CEO has not paid me," and then I would have to like be like all like I would have to like be the messenger of like, hey, what the hell is going on? Why is she not being paid? And then this is like from other talents, but he would tell the talents, oh yeah, but I did though. He did not. Um, but yeah, and to be honest, like I don't even know if he actually reached out to my artist papa that we are supposed to be working with in the beginning of next year. But I have reached out to my artist papa, and obviously my V sibling, sister rigger, um, that like, hey, cancel whatever this dude has you to do. I don't want you to go through that. Um, and yeah, like just for your own sakes, block him. Block him. And and I have got a response from my V sister, but not from my artist papa. So I'm not even sure if he even reached out to my artist papa. But if so, my God, I'm so sorry. And I hope you think that I'm still Carrie Sawyer, not this jerk. I hope you don't think that I'm affiliated with him, cause this is like so icky. This dude is so icky. Every time that I'm in a conversation with this like, dude, he always has shit to say, and I'm talking about like he would vent and rant like for a whole hour when we are supposed to be there for a 15-minute meeting. Like just talking about like me, but it's always about him talking shit about something and someone, and it's honestly unprofessional. I never asked for it. I mean, T is T, but I mean, like, every time, come on. And, like, not even that. It's, oh, God. I just I don't even trust a single thing that is coming out of his mouth, because every time he does come back after ghosting me, he is like in some sort of dilemma. Like, he is in the hospital, he is sick, he like his like former best friend died, or like his house flooded, or like there's always something. And I'm just like I'm so naive. I'm like, damn, you're going through it. You have like the worst luck. Goddamn. And you know what? This dude is so fake. He is two-faced. Like, his roommate, this co-CEO, he be talking mad shit about his own roommate slash friend to us, and has us manipulated to thinking, oh my God, like his roommate is like the worst roommate ever. Like, cause like he be saying like, oh yeah, my roommate hasn't been paying rent for 6 months. Oh yeah, my roommate, like, he never gave, like, I never gave him permission to bring a dog into this apartment. Oh, like, yeah, he doesn't do shit, and I can't even rely on him. And oh, like, he be telling us that the talents about the co-CEO. And you know what's even crazy? The co-CEO has not been paid a single penny. Not a single penny. This company has been running for like a year. Not a single penny. Co-CEO. Okay, he introduced him as our co-CEO. Not even a contract. We all have contracts, but the co-CEO. But the co-CEO. Isn't that crazy? Um, Not even that. Um, we made a interesting discovery a few days ago. Um, and by this time, everyone in the company has kind of been avoiding the co-CEO like the plague, just based off of like how Ray was describing him to us, like this whole time that we were working there. And I was heated. I was really heated. And I was thinking like, my God, did he know this whole time of like what his roommate Ray been doing? You know, like I had to get down to it, you know. But then again, I was thinking, Ray is a liar. From all the lies that we have been uncovering, has he been lying about his like roommates as well? So I asked the question, hey, is it true that you don't pay rent? That you haven't been paying rent at all for the past 6 months? He is confused and shocked. He's like, what? I mean, everyone found out like how of a manipulative liar he is. So I want to know if this is true or not. Have you been paying rent for the past 6 months? He is like speechless. He's like, I have been paying rent. What are you talking about? And I was like, oh my God. And so we uncover more. We start asking more questions. Well, is this true? Is that true? Is this true? And he's like, has he been telling all of you about this? About me? We're like, yeah, I mean, he tells it to everyone. Man. He felt so heartbroken and also scared because he's like, oh my God, I'm living with a psychopath. Oh my God. And we're like, please be safe. Please, like, do you have any other place to go to? Like, oh my God. And they're friends too. They've been roommates for like over like a year. So like this is all blindsided to him. He's a victim in all of this just as much as we are. Just as much as we are. And it it's really appalling of like the things that Ray has said. He says it with a passion. But man, like it's also a lie. It's also a lie. They're all lies. Lies. You I don't even know what's the truth coming out of his mouth anymore. You know? He talks shit about his own talents to his talents. He talks shit about his talents to his talents. It it I got so mad for Corey finding out that he has told other talents of like he only wanted her in the company for her ambition, and he said that she's bad with her content, like bad at talking, bad at gaming, and that hurted me knowing that. I'm just like, are you hired you hired her into this company and you're talking shit about your own talents? I wonder what like I could not believe like what I was hearing. Um and mind you, we just found this out recently too. So our hate grew more and more. Our rage grew more and more. Like by the day of finding out more and undiscovering more of the things that he said and does. And he does it, and then I'm surprised. Like at first I was like, oh my God, how did we not figure this out earlier? Okay, and this is how he does it. He tells it to us individually of, hey, you can't tell anyone else. And then two, he, because of an incident of talents talking shit outside of the Discord, like the company's Discord server, he he told us not to make separate group chats outside of that. Otherwise, the company will like be shriveled up or something. So this installed fear within each talent to to not trust each other, to like to tiptoe around him, three, like to to comply because VSHOJO was on the line. VSHOJO that could change our lives was on the line because he told us that we are partnered with them. So this made us comply and not question anything. Anything. It's manipulation, and he does it good. He does it so good. And not only that, restrictive rules on artist communication. He won't allow us to talk to the artists that we want to work with for commissions with the company's money, because there was an incident with the talent with their communication with an artist, and then he had to intervene, and he was like, you know what, announcement, everyone, you cannot talk to the artist anymore, just so we can prevent this from happening again. I am gonna be that communication between you and the artist because it just makes it look professional. That's so crazy. Crazy. And I didn't even bat an eye on it. I didn't even think about it. I was just like, oh, that's nice. What a good CEO. That is so nice. He just wants to like be our advocate. Oh, that's amazing. Yo. And so that's where all these artists got effed over because he be asking commissions from them, ghosting them. They haven't been paid. They haven't like heard a word from him. He disappears and then like hit the same old excuse. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I just got hospitalized, you know. I was going through something. Oh, this and that, this and that. We don't know. We don't know. Think of it like for work. I called in sick, but actually I was actually doing this. We never know. And not only that, we also uncovered another truth recently. You know, he told the managers, "Hey, so sorry, like about no communication thing. Like I went into like the psychiatric ward. Like I admitted myself in there and I wasn't on my phone or my PC. I'm so sorry about that." Like la da 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 da, right? Dude was playing Marvels. What was that new game? The Marvels game? It says there's screenshots. It says that he was playing that. It says that he was playing that around that time frame. There's screenshots. We're like, oh, that's BS. That's BS. Crazy. Marvel Rivals. Yes, he was playing Marvel Rivals. It says it on his Steam account. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Um, but yeah, I mean, like, this is all like I can't say they're truths or lies, but one thing for sure, he lies a lot, and we found like proof that he lies. Anyways, as for my part, there was a time that my mic broke and I had to use my old one. And on stream, it sounded really bad. It sounded like I had like an Xbox like mic, you know? It was really bad. And so I I remember like a while ago he mentioned like a microphone that was really good and I wanted to like ask him, "Oh, hey, like what was that mic like brand again?" He told me and he also told me like, "Oh, I could cover that mic for you. Yeah, I can pay that mic for you." And I was like, "Really?" I was like so happy, um already one of my viewers got one of the parts of the mic for me, and he just told me like, "Oh yeah, just tell me like the total of the rest of it and then I'll send it to you. Like give me your PayPal and all that stuff." I was like, "Okay, yeah." So, I bought the parts for my mic and then I sent him the receipt. Can you guess what happened next? I got ghosted! Yeah! I got ghosted! And you know what's funny? I told my when he told me the day of like, "Hey, I got you. I'll pay for you." I told my community, I was like, "Oh my god, someone paid for me. I'm so happy about this mic." Wow. Okay. The rest of the mic I paid out of pocket. That shit was like $292.53. Okay? Out of my pocket. And I think my community already knows I'm already struggling. I don't have a job, okay? I do like Rover. I do Rover and DoorDash, okay? Like as of this moment, that those are my two like for sure incomes, and then like streaming is like a bonus on the side, okay? And I was struggling on rent each month. He knew that. I told him. I was struggling with rent. Hey, like, I messaged him. I was like, "Hey, my rent like is like gonna be due soon. Can I have the $292.53?" He avoided that topic like the plague, like the plague. He, like this is not just like one reminder, okay? This is multiple reminders. Hey, can you give me the money that you owe me? Like you told me to buy, like you told me that you got this and to like tell you how much it was, and I got it. Hello? Insane, insane. He avoided it like the plague, and I gave up. I gave up. I was like, whatever, whatever. And then I wanted a donathon for my puppy, right? I was like, "Hey, can I have like the $292.53 for my puppy?" He same thing, ghosted me. Um, and I was just like, whatever. And then it's not like I didn't try to reach out to him. I sometimes he streams. He streams, and I go into those streams, and I interact into those streams, just kind of giving him like a little nudge of like, "Hey, I hope you didn't forget what you promised, please." And I like his posts on Twitter, and I comment on them sometimes, just to give him like a little reminder of like, please do not forget about me. Yup. It's either ghosting or he tells me next day, next week. Same story, same old like go to like phrases that he used, right? Anyways, and you know what's even crazier? When I debuted with the company, like it was like in the contracts that like we had to do like month like pay our monthly shares to the company, right? I haven't even I debuted on November 2nd, and on November 15th, he already, like, in that time frame, he already, like, asked me to to pay my shares. I didn't even, like, I didn't even, like, I wasn't even in the company, like, debut for a month. It was, and he was already asking for a month share. And I'm like, that's crazy. And you know what? You know what I told him? I was like, oh, you know what? Instead of me paying you still owe me $292.53. You can just take it out of what you owe me. He was like, oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. So in a way, I never gave him any money. Thank God. Right? I mean, like, I would be really sad if I did. But the talents that already did, who had worse experience than me, I feel for them. I feel for them so much, and I want their stories to be told too. And it's worse than what I've been telling on my end. Okay, the mic thing, whatever. But actually taking my money and not spending it towards me, that's a scam right there. That is a scam, straight up scam. Scary Scari's story, or I shouldn't say story, Scari's experience, her experience was worse because she gave money to him for her model, and turns out she reached out to the model, like artists. They never heard that name in their life. Ray Flynn, they're like, who? And not only that, he charged Scary double the price of what they charge. Double. You heard that. Double. Yeah. 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 When I heard that, I was like, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. He needs. Ooh. Cancel. Cancel, 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 cancel. Cancel, cancel, cancel. Cancel this dude. He cannot ever, ever talk to anyone in the VTuber space. Toxic, toxic, false, false, false. Mm-mm. And Scar is such a lovely, lovely, kind talent, and it hurted me when I heard that. It hurted me. And that's a lot of money. It's 4 digits. I don't know the exact number, but it's 4 digits for sure. Okay. Me? I just only spent $292.53 on a mic. That I already have. Right now. I'm using it right now. Okay, that's nothing. Okay, if anything, just like lied to me. Okay? He promised me. Okay? I think I would have been more mad if I spent like 4 digits because I can't even make that much in a month. Okay. Anyways, marketing for my debut, poor. It is POOR, poor, very poor. They were gonna announce my debut the day before my debut. Let me say that again. They were going to announce my debut to the world the day before my debut. At least give me a week. At least give everyone a week so they can save that time to watch me. Like, this is not just like people who don't watch me. This is actually like for my viewers. Like, give them the time to like put that time aside to support me. Not even my own like talent mates could like they wanted to watch me and they couldn't because like it was like the day before. I was like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. You are gonna redo that and put my debut next week, and you had to announce it like the beginning of the week. Not even that. My hopes were so like high because he was like, you are gonna be the first VTuber that is going to have a VSHOJO watch along. Oh my god, me? Really? Oh my god! I am so ecstatic. He said Henya the genius, and I was like, what? Henya the genius from VSHOJO? I am so happy! I am so excited! Oh, by the way, she has bronchitis, so she can't anymore. Oh, shit. Oh, man, I hope she feels better. Don't worry, but we're gonna find a really good substitute. It's gonna be Giga from VSHOJO. Oh my god, really? I'm so excited! Time kind of goes by. When they announce it, I'm like, where's Giga? Where is Giga? I was like, oh, okay, nice watch-alongs. I never heard of them because he never introduced them to me. But where's Giga? Where's Giga? Oh, okay, you know what? Something must have happened. Okay? Something must have happened, and it happens. Okay? Well, you know, at least I'm debuting. That's fine. You know, that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. You know, it is absolutely fine. Because you know why? I had fun. I had fun when I debuted. Okay, I had a cake that Ray Flynn has ordered for me. At least, like, he did that. Thank you, I guess. You know. But where's my logo? At least give me my logo. Give me my logo. I want my logo. But you know what? I don't even think that he even got me a logo. I I doubt it. I doubt it. I doubt it. But kind of like moving on from that. There was like also a time that like everyone couldn't get a hold of him. And then like he messages me on Twitter where, you know, we usually message each other on Discord. He's like, "Hey, yeah, like I'm trying to avoid everyone. I'm trying to avoid looking at the Discord messages. Yeah, the unread ones. Yeah, it gives me so much stress. That's so crazy. Why are you avoiding your own company? Your talents. They need they need clarity. They need reassurance. Are you gonna do the things that you promised that you were gonna do? And if you couldn't do that, at least like let us know. Hey, we're low on budget. Rather than saying, "Oh my God, everyone, VSHOJO is we're gonna partner with VSHOJO." So wait a bit. Wait a bit. It's gonna come. It's gonna come. I promise. I promise. So, yup. And apparently, whenever like he wants to work with someone, he just pulls out the VSHOJO card. Yeah, we are working with VSHOJO. Gunrun suggested like us to work with you. Yeah. So another thing that like really like got me riled up. We have an artist that has been working with us in no, sorry, not VSHOJO, in Virtux. And her name is Inky. And she has been working with us for over a year. And she hasn't been paid for over a year. She hasn't been paid for over a year. And you know what? She has done like 10 projects. Lol. Lol, lol, lol. When we found this out, we're like, what? Are you serious? And it's the same thing. Ghosting, avoiding the topic. It's oh yeah, next week, next week, next week, next month, next month. Sorry, I'm sick. Same script, same script. Every single one, same script. And what makes it really like that really hurts real good is that it wasn't just like a boss and an employee. It was a friendship. It was a friendship. And she held on to that friendship thinking that eventually I'm going to get it paid because we're friends. And not just that, if I work harder, he's going to pay me soon because I'm putting a lot of hard work and quality into these art pieces that he wants me to work on like ASAP. I will do that. Yeah, I'm going to get paid. Hasn't been paid. He owes her like around, I think it's around 4,000. Around there, if not 3,000. One or the other. One or the other. And and that just like it hurts me whenever like she gets on call with us as we discuss more about like this situation. Feels so defeated. Feels so defeated from the sound of her voice. And I was like, my God, you don't sound like that. Like, you're usually like very like energetic, and just hearing her like kind of like, hey, like just kind of like very drained. God, how did we not figure this out till now? We wasted our time, our energy into this company. And to be frank with you, nothing really changed. Before I came into this company and after I joined the company, nah. I feel like Carrie Starr was just doing her own thing. Carrie Starr here hasn't really significantly like grow, hasn't significantly learned anything. Not until our new manager joined the company to and oh my god, I want to first say thank you to the managers to really dig into this issue, because if it weren't for you, we would have had more heartache and headache down the road. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Because they were our advocates. They were saying the things that we were afraid to say. They were digging into the things that we were afraid to dig. We would not be here today separating from this company if it weren't for them. Because, my God, Kale has got her shit together for us and fought for us. And I learned so much from her, like under a month that she has worked with me. I I learned so much as a VTuber from her, more than I did before, like the whole time I was in the company. I think I learned like what, like one thing, like, which is like IT related stuff. Oh yeah, you just had to turn this like on or to do this to the setting. It's like one click of a button. Oh, okay, nice, thanks. Yeah. So, other than that, yeah. Shout out to the managers, Kale and Cruzman. Yes. Um, but other than that, yeah, yeah. And this past week, I have grown so close with the talents in this agency. Or I can't say agency because it's not an agency; it's a business. But our trauma all together bonded us. We trauma bonded. We we are basically like in group calls almost every night, discussing, like, it's a group therapy session of how sad, how mad, how disappointed we are. And not gonna lie, some of us cried in there. Some of us did. Not gonna say who. But yeah. And we have never been that close before that, due to the fear. And it's so sad because we painted each other in a certain light because of Ray Flynn, of how he described others, how he has antagonized others. He antagonized others and only told his side. And like, who were we to question our like CEO in a company that's gonna be successful with VSHOJO, right? Damn. I felt embarrassed. I felt like a bitch. I felt so bad of viewing those, like, believing like Ray's lies when he antagonized others. I felt so bad. I apologized to Kuzi when, like, I found out about him not paying rent because I was like, oh my god, what a douche, you know. But no, I apologized to him. I was like, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. Yeah, just I'm also sorry to others that I avoided them like the plague because they were blacklisted from the company and they were let go of because I was scared of being fired if like word got out by chance. So like the most I can really do is just like their comments or like heart their message on Discord. I was Because that's how it happened. When people got kicked out, it's because someone said something. And that got me to really close my circle and got really close with just two people. And I just stuck it like that. And I swear, every time I did talk to someone, we were like, we're just to let you know, don't tell this to anyone else. But this is what I think. um, yeah, it's embarrassing and um I I hate that I believed in that dude, in Ray. We we as a whole, the talents, felt very like betrayed. We felt very betrayed. And we rallied together as one. As one. We were like, we're not gonna like let this go silently. We need to let the world know because supposedly there was supposed to be another wave that we have no idea about. Okay, I knew about Instinct, about Spark. Oh, by the way, Spark. I was supposed to be in Spark, but a total of 1, 2, 3 talents were let go. So that's why they added me into Instinct, by the way. Late, like, randomly. Um, and then, like, so I knew Instinct, Spark, Saga. Who the hell is this other wave? Like, I just found this out today. I was like, wait, there's another wave? Since when was there another wave? There's just so many more things that we were just like so unaware of. Because if Ray was struggling to budget us, why the hell is he already moving on to the next wave? Oh yeah, the next wave was gonna be called Mirage, right? And he always talks about like adding in more people, adding big people in. And we are all thinking like, shouldn't you focus on the other talents that have already debuted? You know, because like they're not really getting the support that they needed. And honestly, like for me, I feel like I was just there. I didn't really get anything new. I didn't feel like I was getting the treatment that I deserved. I didn't feel special. I was just there. So, you know. And apparently, like, throughout this whole thing, as I was like in Spark, the wave of Spark, before it obliterated, before it went kaboom, the Spark went kaboom. Like, it's crazy. I'm sorry. Like, ADHD just happened. I lost my train of thought. But before it did go kaboom, right. We all talked amongst each other of like, he told us our debut is like next month or 2 months from now, and yet he hasn't even reached out to our artist. How are we gonna debut on time? Like, he told us it's gonna be on this date, but yet he hasn't even reached out to anyone else. And why am I hearing from like Kari that like he's been having meetings with Saga or like talking about like Saga's debut before Spark's debut? You know why? It's because Saga was supposed to be the cash cow. Right. His he thought that Saga was supposed to be like making like most of the money. So that's why he didn't really focus on Spark. I feel super special right there. Yay. Um and honestly I feel so like I also like felt like so anxious because I'm like I don't want like Ray to reach out to my papa artist like literally a month or two before, because my papa artist, he's pretty big and he's really busy, and I know that he's busy because he tells me. So like you just for in order to book with him, you kind of have to reserve in advance. So it made me really like so crazy anxious to know that like he hasn't even reached out to him yet. So that sucked ass. And also, hi Corey, I love you. I'm glad I have you with me too through this too. But yep, honestly, all in all, um, we really wanted transparency, and every time we did, he fired those who pushed further, like Yumimi. I feel bad because Yumimi is a good person, and all Yumimi really wanted to do was to fight for us, and and I feel really guilty because I knew that if I did fight, I was gonna get let go. So I just like settled for what we had of like, hey, maybe he will come around. Maybe he will come around. So let's just like chill until he comes back. Damn. I hated that. I I hate that dude. I hate I hate it 100%. Do not support him whatsoever. And if you are a content creator or like a VTuber, just like just look at the red flags of like if they're giving you the world, probably is too good to be true. Probably. And thank you, Vixie, for the raid. Everyone, please give Vixie the love because Vixie, man, Vixie went through it with us. She is also a talent from Virtux that is a victim from Ray. So please go ahead and do so. But other than that, that's like pretty much what my summary is, or my side of the story. Just basically, it was like too good to be true. He promised the world, he'd never acted on it, and then he lied, or allegedly lied. Or he did lie about the VSHOJO partnership for sure. And yeah, if we stayed longer than we should, I shut down opportunities for Ray, for this company. I was given an opportunity to basically voice act, or not voice act, but also like to play as like another VTuber while being my own VTuber. But I turned that down because I was already in the quote unquote company. And I also had a lot of faith in this company. I just turned down a lot of opportunities, and I felt like I could have done more. I could have done more. And yeah, it hurts. It hurts. But yeah, moving on forward. Probably not gonna talk about this again. Because I feel like the more I talk about it, the more sad I get. The more I talk about it, the more mad I get. And also, I'm just. It makes me sad that I'm in a different position than I thought I would have been. I honestly did not expect myself to be scammed. God. Mixie, I love you too. We are free. Exactly. We are free. And honestly, I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy about that. We are free. And we don't have to like worry about whether things are going to be worked on or not. We can be in control of that rather than Ray Flynn. We can create those relationships with those artists rather than entrusting that with Ray Flynn. I am really happy that I met these wonderful talents and their wonderful like support and their resources to get us through this. Honestly, like I remember I was telling everyone, I was like, are we gonna split up like from here on out, But nope, we have our own Discord, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna like say hi to each other. Like I hope that like we're not strangers or whatsoever. And they're like, of course not. We we bonded through this. We're friends. So yeah, I'm really happy. I'm really happy to meet these wonderful talents, and I think that's like the really best thing that I got out of this. Um, And yeah, yep. Trauma bonding. Let's go. And thank you for the 100 bits. And thank you for the subscriptions from earlier. I really got into like talking about this, and thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. And um honestly, like I'm pretty sure there's a lot more to talk about, but these are just the highlights that I wanted to go over. Um and yeah, I'm really glad that I'm finally able to talk about this. Finally. And if you haven't done so already, go ahead, support the other members. Um, there's just like so much that we have to clear up still after this, even after the stream, even after the announcements, we still have to like clear up to even like figure out that like we got all the artists that we that Ray was like supposed to talk with. So, uh, and other than that, I hope that the artist that he has worked with understands that we weren't in on this. We were all victims. We had no clue. And if we did, like, we would have said something. We would have said something. We would have done something. Pay your artist. Do not scam. But yeah. Other than that, thank you everyone. I'm like really drained from talking about this, so I'll just end it right here for tonight. Um, and thank you for the love and support again. Uh, from here on out, Kiri Starrier will carve her own path. Will be separated from Virtux and just be indie Kiri until the big companies want me, like VSHOJO. Indie. Indie all the way. Until VSHOJO. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. And I hope you have a wonderful night. And for those who are curious how I feel, honestly, I feel numb. I feel numb. I feel numb. I already processed it. And that's why this week I didn't stream as much because I just been going through it. Um, Other than that, I love you all. And thank you for being patient with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Kiri kisses. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yes, to me. Bye-bye. Let me go ahead and see who we're gonna raid today. La 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 la. Let's do Matara. I'm gonna raid Matara. Let's go. Let's do Carry Raid. I love you, Matara. I love you. And then, that's my raid message. And then just copy and then paste it into Matara's chat. Other than that, oh yes, meet everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye.
As we know.
And the Game Award goes to Elatro.